YouTube family! Welcome to another Two Family Homestead live stream. Woo!
So how is everybody doing? Good afternoon. Making lemonade from lemons, Sunny's Place, Dutch Off Grid, Cecilia Jansen, Sampson Farms, Speed Streak. I'm glad to see you here. The Lears. I see that our bot is running, so if you don't have your name on the wheel, if you type an exclamation mark wheel, the bot should give you a link, or you can just look down in the description below the stream here, and click on the description there to put your name on the wheel. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. How much do you deal with the ads? Crooked Woods Family Orchard. We'll talk a little bit about that. Eccentric Nature. Howdy neighbors. I'm looking at Sherry Hughes, Eccentric Nature. Eccentric Nature. They're saying howdy neighbors. So, okay. I'm guessing you're somewhere in Ohio. So anyway. No, I don't hear Smudge. I just stopped and listened here for a second. No, Smudge isn't barking, so you're not hearing Smudge. We have with us here tonight that's gonna help me out a little bit. See if y'all recognize him. This guy right here, from somewhere down in Louisiana where it's all nice and warm, and we're looking at record low temperatures. What is it, 28 degrees? 27 degrees tonight? Good heavens. So how's things in Louisiana there, Brett?
Weather-wise, things are amazing. They're beautiful. We're probably in the mid-70s right now. Beautiful blue skies, little to no humidity. It's perfect time of year here.
Oh, that's crazy. You're just not allowed to do that. Mulberry Branch Farm.
Wait, in a couple months I'll be crying because you guys have the good weather.
Well, that could be, but anyway, Brett's...
I see a lot of people saying hello in the chat. Hi, guys.
Okay, Cecilia, no. All right, I'm gonna leave Brett on the screen if you want to talk to him for a little bit here, Brett. I've got to get this
sure.
thing figured out.
Yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? I tell you what, I love Two Family Homestead and the show that they do. This stuff that they do on Thursday afternoons is pretty amazing for all of us new guys. We have been a small channel for 2 years now. Yeah, we just hit 2,000, which is pretty awesome. We love it, and thanks to many of you here in the chat, we were able to accomplish that. I guess it's been a little over a year now. As a matter of fact, it was last year in April. We hit 1K right here on a Thursday afternoon with Two Family Homestead. Our channel, Broussard Homestead, did. So the service that Two Family Homestead does for this community is just unmatched, you guys. It is so much fun to be here on Thursday afternoons. And I'm glad. I appreciate the opportunity to be on. You may hear some stuff and some noise in the background here. Abby is actually making supper. Nobody's hammering. She's chopping vegetables.
Trying to make us
What is she chopping them with? Good heavens. Sounds like she's cutting firewood.
It's actually just a kitchen knife. She's chopping zucchini.
No, we had zucchini tonight. We had zucchini.
This is fresh out of our garden.
We had zucchini and salmon.
Oh, salmon. I love salmon. See, that's not something that we have local here.
Well, we only had it local because it was in our freezer.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me get my screen back over here. We're back on. Some of the things we look at on our little show, like we look at your channel name, we look at your channel art, which includes your banner, your icon. It also includes thumbnails, which are listed later here. Your channel description. If you got an email on your channel, that's always a good idea, so people could get a hold of you if they want to. Look at your playlist, do's and don'ts. We try to explain why it helps to do certain things and why it doesn't help to do others. Go take a quick peek at your thumbnails. What works across the board? The way your channel presents itself to others, to other people. Going to see if you have a channel trailer, if you have any featured videos. Now, I need to kind of start this off that you don't have to do anything. None of these things that we talk about tonight are a must. It's not a necessity. And there's a lot of big YouTubers that have never ever done anything with their channel. But if you have your channel in a presentable form, it does show to others that, hey, you care about your channel, you care about your content, and you present yourself in a much better fashion. You only get that first time to impress. I think it goes without saying here, but I unfortunately kind of have to say it. We are not a sub for sub channel, but we do encourage everybody in the chat to investigate everybody else's channel. And if you know of a channel that has come up with some new or good content or something that you'd like to share, by all means, mention their channel. Matter of fact, if everybody types in the chat here right now, what's the last channel you were watching before you came here? That would be interesting to see what you guys have been looking at. And while you're all doing that, I can't do this often enough. Thank you to our moderators, the people with the wrench behind their names. Special thank you to our channel members. They're the ones that have the little other pictures behind their name. They help us out tremendously, and YouTube's a tough deal. There are people that are very, very good at it, and they just seem to have this natural attraction to get people to watch them, and a lot of views, and subsequently some of them, there's a few, can actually make a nice living on YouTube. There's a lot more that do not. If you have gotten into making videos on YouTube to make a living, that's not the right reason to get here. To make a living from it is something that comes unexpectedly, I would say. So, something else that I wanted to talk about here, a little bit before we get anything up here on the screen. Actually, a couple things. Is Kara in here tonight? Do you see her? Kara? Carrie. Yeah. Is she in there?
Kara is here.
Kara.
Carrie's one from Texas. Kira is Homestead Dreaming.
Homestead Dreaming.
Kira is in here, yes.
I think. One of them asked me about longest videos. They said something about what's the longest video you can have on YouTube. Well, it gets kind of stupid. It really gets kind of stupid. So I want to share a channel here with you that's kind of nuts. It's a channel that's been around for a long, long time. Let me just put it on the screen here. The name of this channel is Moldy Toaster Media. They got 53,000 subscribers. They've been around for 10 years anyway. Their most recent video is, you're looking at this right, it's 14 hours, 10 minutes, 11 seconds long. That's their most recent video. You scroll down through some of these other ones here, you're gonna find some really crazy times. Here's a whole string of 8-hour, 7-hour, 6-hour videos. Well, it gets crazier than that. It truly does. And I don't know why this is the case. Here's a YouTube video that's 596 hours long. Here's one that's 571 hours long. 74 hours long. 596 hours long. I just sorted these by popularity. And if you notice, so these are in the millions of views. And I can almost guarantee you nobody's watched the entire thing. But this is just this one particular individual. This came out in February of this year, where YouTube briefly terminated a popular live stream channel, creating one of the longest videos ever. Now, this is it's a music channel, Chilled Cow, and they just seem to do a constant live stream. So, over the weekend, following a mistaken suspension from YouTube, the account was terminated and the live stream came to an end. As a result, Chilled Cow produced one of the longest videos in YouTube history, more than 13,000 hours, and amassed over 218 million views in the process. Yep. Now, that's only because it was on the whole time. That video will never be able to be re-looked at. This is the channel in question. They do have 5.3 million subscribers. I don't understand it. They've got two live streams going right now. This one's got 45,000 people watching it. This one's got 5,200 watching it. So I think we need to, up our game here. If everybody brings a friend with them next week, and all those friends bring a friend, and all those friends bring a friend, we might get up to 150 or so. Just think about it. But I did want to share this with you. What, if we get up to 150? I was just informed if we get 150 in here next week, there's going to be some giveaway I'm not even aware of. How about that? But I did want to share this with you. That, okay, this is a big channel. It's music. But the length of the time is what I found intriguing. In this channel, even though with all the subscribers, with everything else, they got themselves in hot water more than once. They had a still picture that they were displaying that was not theirs. And, of course, if you don't take the picture and you're just grabbing a picture off the internet somewhere And if you don't have permission to use it, it belongs to somebody else. Well, you can, your video can be taken down by the person that owns it. So that's what happened here on more than once. So it's an interesting thing. This is written on The Verge. I don't know if anybody's familiar with The Verge or not, but this is a website that keeps you pretty much in touch with a lot of drama that continually goes on, and a lot of interesting stories. They're kind of an offbeat news company, I guess might be a way to say it. So The Verge is one of those things that I'll glance at every now and again. The other thing I want to talk about is the algorithm. Anybody that tells you they know how the algorithm works, they don't. They don't. Nobody knows how the YouTube algorithm works. We are all aware that it has something to do with artificial intelligence and that it changes all the time. It's constantly changing. But this is a write-up that was done about a year ago that I found very interesting because it talks a little bit about the algorithm. It talks about view counts, view durations, the machine learning.
Shayla just got her message from YouTube that she's monetized.
Well, congratulations. We apparently have a brand new monetized channel in the chat. So thank you for being here and congratulations. So we're talking here, we're talking about the quality, monetization, banning of borderline content. Talk about the algorithm here, how it filters recommendations, release-wise how they think it does. And then, of course, 13 tips. So it's another, I'll just go ahead and put this into the chat if you'd all like to maybe go check this out. Yeah. This is that article, a link to that article. All right. So that's some of the stuff that we do here. We hope you find it not only educational, but entertaining. We thank each and every one of you for being here. Tonight we're going to have Brett help us here a little bit on going through some of the channels. And I guess the first thing we need to do right now is we need to get the wheel over here, get it spun, and get a channel up on here. We're not going to hold anybody hostage like they do in Canada. But let's go give this a spin. All right. Joyful Earth Homestead. You are our first contestant. I guess if you call them that. Joyful Earth Homestead. All right. We ask that you just put in the channel name, and I try to search for it as being not signed in to YouTube. If you notice here on the screen that you're seeing in front of you, I'm on the YouTube page, youtube.com. I'm not signed into into YouTube here. Joyful Earth Homestead. Joyful Earth Homestead.
Joyful Earth Home.
Well, I'm looking to see if this is it or not. That is it? Okay, so your actual channel name currently then is Joyful Earth Home, so maybe there was a rename of some sort. But right now, it's Joyful Earth Home. Okay, you've got a trailer video in here that's just under 2 minutes long, which is absolutely great. I see you have a nice write-up here on it. Looking at your banner, very pretty picture. Your text on your banner is a little difficult to see, a little difficult to read. It blends into the sunset background. Now, that's an opinion here. And boy, we had a great show last Tuesday night. Copper Kettle Farm showing how to use Canva on making banners with some of their things. Oh, he's there. He shrunk a little, but he's there. Hold on.
I had muted my mic too because things were a little loud here. I'm good now. Yeah, I sure am tiny.
We'll increase.
It's been a long time since I could say that.
We'll increase your size here. I don't know why it shifted on me. All right. So anyway, we are at Joyful Earth Home. Intensely subtle. Well, it's a great picture. But I will mention any time that you use a script font in either thumbnails or a banner or in a logo, a lot of times it just makes it very, very difficult for people to read, especially in a multinational platform. So you don't have to worry about just people in the United States being able to maybe read and understand this. And heavens knows, I mean, Brett's got a huge Southern accent. So he talks a whole different language than what we do up here in Ohio.
I actually have a mild accent compared to a lot of people around here.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I think she's in here. Or Todd is, but yeah, some of these folks have absolutely what we think are wonderful accents. And then, of course, you get some of your New Yorkers and Boston people and those folks that can't even pronounce an R. Is that it? R? Car? I don't know. Anyway. A script font is just something to be very, very careful with. Try to use a script style that imitates a print with rounded edges, I guess. And do make it so it stands out, because keep in mind this is being looked at not only on a computer, but on a phone with a tiny screen, with a TV set where it's very, very small on a TV set, which sounds kind of weird. It's the biggest picture, but it's the smallest in comparison. So anyway, Joyful Earth Home. Let's jump back to the About page. Brett, do you have a good view on the description here?
Yes, I do.
Would you be so kind as to just read that?
Sure. It says, I'm Jessica, and we are the Wagner family. From a little hometown dream while living in the middle of town to a dream come true on 2.6 acres. I'm thrilled to have you join us while we document us going back to our roots and starting from scratch. We don't come from farming, homesteading families, but we want to create that life ourselves. We feel a deeper connection to God through through getting our hands dirty and aiding in a little slice of creation through the garden. We are 100% beginners and learning as we go and sharing the journey and what we learned. That sounds a lot like us.
Okay. So sometimes it helps to hear what's written rather than just to read it. And I kind of enjoy being able to sit back and hear this. I want to make a couple comments on your description here. And again, this is just some observations. It's pretty well understood as a rule of thumb, you never want any paragraph to exceed 3 lines in length on a description page. 3 lines seems to be the magic number. And then use white space and go to a second paragraph. In other words, break it up. Both of these, you're looking at 4 lines on both of these. It's still okay, but that's not where what I feel is lacking here. What I feel is lacking is I don't have any idea where you're from. I don't have any idea what you're going to be showing us here. You mentioned the garden, but you don't say, what type of garden you have, or what location you're in, or what your growing zone is, or you give a little bit of background, but you don't tell us the present or where you're heading toward the future. So I think there's a few things, in my opinion, there's a few things you could add here. You have your email address listed here, which is fantastic. You have links to Facebook, website, and Instagram. Brett, any other comments since you read it?
I was pretty much thinking the same thing you were. If I'm not mistaken, when I first looked at it, I want to say it was split up into 3 sections. Was it changed quickly before I had another look at it to read it? I'm curious. Also, I would probably space it out a little more, like you said, maybe even a little more space between the paragraphs, so it doesn't feel like so much to read. Other than that, add, like you said, add your location, kind of give us an idea of what we're going to be looking at in your channel once we subscribe, and I think it'd be a lot better.
Okay, and I do need to make mention here. As I expanded the page here, because the pages on the site are dynamic, it does drop down to 3 lines. So if I bring the page back, as you see on the screen here, if I have the YouTube menu down the left-hand side, those paragraphs are at 4 lines. And as we stretch it out to get a better view on the page, it drops down to 3. So you're fine. Like, that's what I kind of mentioned before. That part was fine. I'd just like to see more information. You cause us to wonder here a little bit, but is that wonderment going to get me to click on the subscribe button? If you said, for example, in here, and this doesn't work for everybody, but one of the things that works for us is location, location, location. If we see somebody, because we're from Ohio, if we see somebody that says, hey, we're in the Buckeye State, or we're from Ohio, or we're in the same growing zones what we're in, well, that perks our interest. So that's just another way to enhance the bait on the end of the hook to get people to your channel and subscribe and look at them. So let's see what you have in the way playlist. Got a few. And I always just open a couple at random because I want to see if you remembered or new, and I don't see. There needs to be a description right here. There needs to be a description. I don't see a description. Let's just look at another one in case that you just forgot it on that one. So you have a little description on this one. So since we're 50-50, we'll do one more. This one has a description. So maybe you just overlooked it on that one. Thumbnails. Let's take a look at thumbnails. Let me get the last 18 of them on the page here for people to glance at. Okay, you do a lot of good things here on the thumbnails, where you are increasing the contrast between the text and the picture to make it easier to read. You're using a large enough font that it's pretty easy to read, for the most part. Some of these are a little tough. You are using some transparencies in the background, and it looks to me like this is something that you've more recently started doing. We go back here some 13, 14 videos ago, and the like this 4th of July 2019, that one you don't have the background behind behind the text. Now let's talk about the text for a minute. And again, we're heavily into opinionated areas here. If what you have written on a thumbnail does not enhance, if it does not enhance the quality of the video contained underneath, there's no point in having it. In other words, there should be, everything you do should have a reason behind it. If you have, and I'm just going to use this as an example. Matter of fact, I can do this on a lot of yours. Your last video, you have on the thumbnail, morning chores on the homestead. And look at your title. The first words in your title is morning chores on the homestead. That's pure duplication. I think you should have that one place or the other. If you want to have morning chores on the homestead on your thumbnail, you certainly don't need that in your video title. On the other hand, by having it in the title, that picks it up by search engines much, much easier. So something to consider is keep verbiage on a thumbnail to an absolute minimum. Make it a hit word. Make it something that jumps out. If you can, 1 or 2 words, just enough to raise an eyebrow, to draw attention to that picture. Let them read the title and go from there. Great pictures, though. Everything looks real nice there. So, great pictures. Go back to your home page. I mentioned you have the trailer here. It's a great length. And you have modified your homepage a little bit. The uploads is the default, but then you've added a playlist here and put it in a vertical stack, which is great. And this is that description on this particular playlist. And then you've used popular uploads. We'll come back to popular uploads. Have another playlist, then recent activities, playlist. All right. First thing I want to talk about here is recent activities. I just, how was recent activities different from your perspective than what you just uploaded? It's the same videos, so it's a duplicate. So this isn't doing anything here except duplicating your precious space. Let's talk here about popular uploads. I can understand wanting to show off, your most popular uploads. I understand that. However, by using this, what can hurt you sometimes, especially if you've been around for a while, look at the dates on these popular uploads. Everything here is from 3 years ago. So what does, that cynic out there say? Hey, if they haven't had anything popular for 3 years, what's the point in looking at anything? I don't think this is a good place to put popular uploads on your front page. If you have something here that fits into a playlist, by all means, promote that playlist. You've done a great job with those. So that's our thoughts. And looking at this, we hope maybe we pointed out a couple things to you where you can address that and go from there. And I guess I'm synthesis. Okay, previously known as Wagner Wandering Homestead. Okay. And that's fine. You've been around here a little bit, but just for example, you presented us with your channel name as Joyful Earth Homestead, and yet your channel name as presented in here is Joyful Earth Home. So I don't know, one of those I think probably needs to be addressed slightly. Anyway, thank you for being here. Appreciate you very much. And let's go ahead and get somebody else on the wheel up here. Mama Z. There we go. Did we get her pulled up last week? I think you and I did, but I don't think it was on the show here. I think I gotta spell it right. All right, Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, 704 subscribers, 143 videos. I know she does a couple live streams here. Looking at her banner, it states on her banner, new videos twice a week. Live chats Monday at 1:30 p.m., Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., and Saturday live cooking show at 9:30 a.m., all Central Standard Time. So, good looking banner, lots of information on that banner. Playing a nice trailer video down here that's just over a minute in length. This trailer should be somewhere between 30 seconds and I give you like 3 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm readjusting Brett's picture here on the wheel page because I see that it's decided to shrink again. Don't know why you're shrinking today, Brett. No idea.
I wish I could shrink in real life.
All right. So, Mama Z's. We'll jump back here to the About page. We'll get this pulled up here. And, Brett, if you would, please.
Oh, sure. It says, welcome to Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. Let's cook. I have a live Saturday morning cooking show called What's on the Plate with Mama Z at 9:30 Central Standard Time, where we have an interactive chat, cooking demonstration, and fun weekly meal ideas. On Monday afternoons at 1:30 p.m., I host a 30-minute devotional and prayer time. It's Christian-based, but all are welcome. We also have a Wednesday night live chat at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for catching up and updates on our family and channel. I also upload weekly videos on cooking and my container gardening. We live in an apartment just north of Houston, Texas, but working on getting back to our family farm in North Texas. But in the meantime, we're learning the skills we need to be homesteaders we feel we were being called to be. So come with us on our journey. Mama Z and a P.O. box. Nice.
A lot of information there.
I like having the P.O. box there. Yes, very informative, very to the point. I like it. And I'm pretty familiar with Mama Z already, so I'm already subscribed. But based on this, I know what I'm getting if I'm subscribing to the channel. That's what an about page should be. That's what it should be about.
So Brett, you know somebody out there by the name of Big Bear?
I do know Big Bear.
Do you have the chat available to you?
Oh, I just opened it back up.
Because he
taught me how to read. He taught me everything he knows. It took about 5 minutes.
Oh my. All right. So, yeah, absolutely a great. And this is something I know that Mama Z has been working on. She has really put in some time on her channel, on her description, on her thumbnails, on the overall presentation. I know she's probably done her banner 3 or 4 or 5 times. Just really working at that channel, and it shows. It shows. Got a lot of links down here. Of course, only 5 of those can be shared on the banner. But links down here. Let's take a look here at the playlist very quickly. We'll just open up a couple at random. Cooking with Mama Z's. I fully expect there to be, and there is, a nice description. And we'll just grab another one here at random. And now, since we have 2 for 2, we're going to make the assumption that every one of those has got a description on it. All right. Look at these thumbnails. She has put some big time effort into this. So, good clear pictures, for the most part. Where she has text, it's big enough and easy to read. But there is one, this Monday devotional, the text on that's pretty small. Maybe you should have taken a magnifying glass from this one and put it up here. I have one. I have a magnifying glass. There it is. Okay, so it's a passage, it's a verse in here. Now, something else that she has done with her thumbnails, most of them, not 100%, but most of them, she has a little miniature logo up in the upper left-hand corner of most of her thumbnails. So I'm moving this across. This one fell out, but this one's got it. This one's got it. And although that little logo is so small you can't read it, because of its unique shape, color, it makes it recognizable. It's brand recognition. It's kind of like the M at McDonald's, the golden arches. You see it, you know what it is. So she continues along that same line by doing that on all of her videos. that's just a neat little thing that you'll know instantly that she has another video out there. Jump back to her homepage here. I think I mentioned the trailer's 1 minute and 8 seconds in length. I see here we're going to promote this for her. Scheduled for 5/9. You are invited to her live stream, which is Saturday, for a 700 sub giveaway.
Oh, okay. He's doing live stream.
So, as a playlist here, Cooking with Mama Z.
You got a mower. Oh, okay. I didn't know you used them.
Canning video. And uploads, that's, of course, the default. Put in another one here for the garden videos. What's on the plate with Mama Z.
There you go.
But the nice thing about what she's done here is because she has such nice descriptions. That jumps out here, and it just fills the page very nicely. Like I say, she's been working on her thumbnails. The entire page, in my opinion, presents itself very well as somebody that cares about their channel and is striving to present it in a very fashionable way. So, if you're in this stream, you need to, here in a couple days, you need to jump over to this live stream when she has this in the morning and join her for her 700 sub giveaway. Okay. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, thank you so much for being here. Let's get the wheel up here. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. 392 subscribers, 53 videos. Before I go into your page, I want to tell you, I love the tree here on your little logo, but I certainly can't read the text underneath it. So, and again, maybe you're aware of that and maybe not aware of it. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. All right. Now, I hate to do this to you. However, let's make this a little bigger here, get my magic marker out here. There's an invisible line somewhere right about in this vicinity here. In this vicinity here. So, if anything, it could be back and forth here a little bit. But if it's not contained within this red line that I've drawn around here, any verbiage, any part of the picture, anything like that, is not going to be seen on a phone or some smaller devices. It's just the way it works. If you look at YouTube's guidelines on doing banners, they give you a safe area. And it's roughly where I drew this red line. That's the only thing that is guaranteed to be shown on all devices. because of what you have here, that just simply means, and I'm sure somebody with a phone out there can tell me if I'm correct, you're going to get a Cad Woods family ore. That's probably about the best you're going to get. So we'll take that back off. I love the picture. I love the fact that you made the text big enough to read. You have it very well centered. It obviously shows me you put some time into it. I'm just not sure you were aware of the fact that it doesn't all show. So something to consider. You've got a trailer video down here, 1 minute and 44 seconds in length. And I was just reading your description on this. So apparently this was your home. Your home burnt to the ground. I don't see the date on this. I don't see how long ago that was. But number one, I hope everybody is safe and well, and this didn't happen last week or something. I'm sure that's not the case, but yeah, that's a very, very tragic event thing. Let's go to the About page and see about Crooked Woods Family Orchard. Brett, are you there?
I'm here.
This is a short one for you.
Yeah. I'll get right into it. We decided to move to southeastern Arizona, USDA Zone 8, and buy a beautiful old farmhouse. Then it burned to the ground. Now we need to rebuild, clean up the property, figure out the wells/water situation, get my boys some animals, and put in / start our first orchard. Wish us luck. I like that you included the zone in here. I'm caught on the fact that your house burned. I'm so sorry. I am a firefighter by trade, and I've seen some tragedy. I just want to say I'm very sorry about that. I'm a little hung up on that. You could probably add to this description, like we talked about in some of the others. Leave some spaces after 2 or 3 sentences, and then put a few more, and then same again. But as long as it's pertinent information. But I think this is good. Again, so sorry.
Yeah, it's overall this description area. This is your place to wave the flag, tell everybody who stops by here a little bit about yourself, make yourself stand out, and you've done it in such a very small way here. You have so much more you can add on this. So different things to consider to have on here are things like how much property do you have? You do mention Arizona. You do say Zone 8, which is great. But I don't see anything that says that it's 400 acres or 1/4 of an acre. There's nothing here that says. So you could put down how much property, and you said we decided to move to southeastern, but you didn't say where you moved from. So there's all kinds of little things you can add to this to make it an interesting read. Tell a story, because stories sell. So tell a story, and just kind of express that feeling and those emotions. Have links down here to PayPal, Facebook, Instagram. And let's go back and see what you have in the way of some of the playlists here. And you got a few. Let's just open a couple, see if you have... All right, there's no description on this playlist. So that's maybe something you can go in and do. And I also, and this is good that this happened, but there's a private video in this playlist. So whether or not this is your video. It probably is. You have a video marked private for some reason or other, and that's all fine, good, whatever. But it's not good to have them into a public playlist. So, if that's something I would want to get removed. See if you have a description on another one. If I just was lucky and picked one that didn't. Nope, no description. And thank you very much. I don't know what else to say. They have our video from Tuesday night in a playlist of their animals, so I don't know. I guess we rank right up there with the goats and the pigs and the cows and the sheep. And thank you for doing that. But no, our video does not belong in your playlist here. But thank you. So let's take a peek at some of your thumbnails. Get the last 18 of them here on the page. All right, I've not mentioned this yet because yours is some of your thumbnails are the first ones I've seen that have, I'm going to say, violated YouTube's space. But the lower right-hand corner belongs to YouTube. Anything you put on the video, any part of the picture you want displayed, any verbiage, anything in that lower right-hand corner will be covered up by a timestamp. So one of your poops is pretty well gone. The better is legible. I mean, you can see it, but
keep in mind on a phone, that timestamp even takes up more real estate there.
Oh yeah, because it shrinks down.
Right.
What was he thinking? You can see the ing is pretty much gone here. So that's something to keep in mind. That lower right-hand corner belongs to YouTube. Now, as far as your picture quality and stuff, for the most part, they're absolutely great. You've got great facial expressions here. You have a couple that are a little bit on the dark side. This one right here, just a little bit on the dark side. But pretty interesting. All right. Overall, I'm going to give you we'll give you like an A minus, maybe. Nice job. Nice job. All right, let me close my magnifying glass and go look at your homepage here. All right, your default containers here, and then you have fallen into the trap that YouTube says, well, here's something you can do. We'll create a playlist here, and you just use this, and that way we'll take all of your playlists and just drop them in here. If you put your playlists up here one at a time, the description for those playlists also show. It also gives you the ability to put those playlists in a horizontal or vertical format. In other words, you can display them so much better. This is just kind of a catch-all, but it does show that you've made the effort to go in and modify this. We mentioned on some other ones about the popular uploads. I'm just not I'm not a fan of popular uploads. Here's kind of why. Your most popular video was uploaded 7 years ago. It's got 19,000 views. And then if you look across this, it goes from 19,000 to 776, 683. This is just, it's not enhancing your channel at all. So I would do away with the popular uploads. This one you could make a featured video so that anybody's described to you, it would show in this area right here where your trailer does. And the trailer only shows to those that are not subscribed. So just some different ways to look at it. I would do something with your banner. And with that, if you have any questions, please ask. If we can help you in any way. We've got some great people in here. We have Copper Kettle Farms in the chat. They were with us Tuesday night and demonstrated Canva for us, and we're gonna get them back and have them do that same sort of thing again. Point is, we're here to help, and there's many other people in here that are here to help. I know Brent would help any way he could, and I know that Crystal will help any way she can. And there's a lot of folks in here that have been around for a little bit, and they are all willing to help. So any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So let's get the wheel up here again. All right, Bob's Adventure. Do you see them in the chat? Oh. What's their little?
I can't see it.
I found it. It's if you type in Bob's it's Adventure.
That's what I typed in.
Yeah, Bob's Adventure channel. You'll find it.
There it is.
That's it.
No, here. I have it. I found it. 597 subscribers, 264 videos. And you give us, Bob, the first opportunity here to discuss channel names. Well, because it's spelled differently. 597 subscribers. Be sure, Bob, that if you're talking about your channel and you're telling somebody, make sure that they are spelling it correctly. You're the ideal candidate for business cards for your YouTube channel. You have a video here in your trailer video area that's over 14 minutes in length. And that's pretty much just not the place for that video. This is where you should have what's called a trailer video. Should be 30 seconds to 3 minutes in length. A lot of people will say 30 to 90 seconds is all it should be. And the whole idea is a very quick introductory thing to your channel, who you are, what you're going to find here. Something exciting is to generate interest in your channel and to leave them hanging just a little bit to come in and see more. It's not the place to have a long video. Let's jump back to your About page. And Brett, if you would please.
Yep. Picking up the pieces of a shattered dream and getting on the road again, saving money to one day buy the land of my dreams. I love to tell stories through my videos. whether my own or others. Thank you for stopping by my little bit of YouTube. See that? Of course, there's not quite enough info here, but that quick kind of hook is what you want in your intro video.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they're still in the chat here. So we're not going to spend a lot of time unless they're here. I do want to mention that I like what they've done with their banner. It's easy to read. They've utilized the font structure on the style of lettering to their advantage. Easy, it jumps right out. Good contrast. Large enough to read. Description, I think, is lacking a little bit. That's my opinion. They do have their email address and links to Facebook, Instagram, and PayPal. They do have some playlists. We're going to just glance very quickly. And does have a description there. No description here. So you might want to check your playlists to see if they're doing that. And I just want to look here because this one seems out of place to me. But those are all yours, so yep, that's fine. Okay. Thumbnails. Good solid pictures, good facial expressions. Probably the worst one I see on the page is this one because it just doesn't look like much. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. And obviously it's a wet sidewalk or driveway or roadway or something, but the picture is not drawing me. I like some of your caricature stuff. I like your little logo deal here. So you've obviously put some good time into this. All right. And the exact same thing applies to your front page here as we've talked about some other ones. Brett, if you would, I need to re-hook up my my wheel over here. So if you'd like to fill in here a little bit on its home page or...
Yeah.
See, this is the part that you didn't know about, huh? Throw the
I'm sorry. When my mic is not muted, I can't hear you, Daryl. I don't know what the problem is.
I'm just asking.
It's almost like
I have to relink my spreadsheet for the wheel, so I'm just saying. Okay, you fill in the dead air here.
Okay. So, we host the Bayou Bash down here in Southwest Louisiana. We held our first one last year in July, and it was a huge success. It was a lot of fun. Lots of great folks came in and hung out with us, and two family being the ones who probably came the farthest. What was it, 18 hours or 1,800 miles? But anyway, they came all the way from Ohio to Lake Charles, Louisiana. And the reason why I'm talking about the Bayou Bash is because I don't know if we're going to be able to have it this year because of the stay-at-home order that's still in place by our governor, which is no fun. So, but there is legislation right now that's trying to get passed so that we can reassess things as parish by parish. Louisiana has parishes instead of counties, but it's the same thing. Rather than just blanket the whole state with a stay-at-home order that at this point really seems unjustified. So we could use some prayer. Looking forward to being able to plan the Bayou Bash. We're really hoping.
Okay, and I got the tire fixed on the wheel, so we're ready to give it a spin, Brett. Reap what you sow. All right, reap what you sow, Homestead. Wonderful couple down in Louisiana, not all that far away from Brett's place. Reap what you sow, Homestead. They have a trailer video here that's 1 minute 37 seconds in length. We'll jump back to the About page and pull that up here a little bit. And Brett, your turn, sir.
All right, here we go. A family from central Louisiana trying to exploit the resources that God gave them by raising their own raising their own food, veggies, and some dairy products, and processing their own meat, rabbits, beef, pheasants, chuckers, quail, and meat chickens, plus a mini Jersey cow. We raise our rabbits in a 1,200 square foot rabbit colony, along with pheasants, chuckers, quails, and a few special chickens. We also have 4 beautiful granddaughters. With the Lord's help, we plan to live a more sustainable lifestyle and continue to move away from processed foods. This is not something that's done overnight. It's a journey, and I hope you follow us in our journey to becoming self-sufficient. May the blessings of the Lord be upon you, Todd and Jareth. Please feel free to drop a note and share your homesteading ideas, or just to say hello. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you greatly. God bless. And then there's a mailbox.
Okay. Nice, easy to read. Gives a lot of information there. Mm-hmm. And they have links to Facebook, Twitter, PayPal, and Instagram. The banner is certainly easy to read the lettering on that. See their channel name. It's kind of muted colors, but yet it still pops. Let's see some of their playlists. And they got just a couple of them here. Now let's see if they have descriptions in these playlists. Oops, no description. So your mini Jersey doesn't have a description on it. Let's try this one. No description. Well, we'll try this one. No description. All right, we caught you. We caught you. So it's a great idea to have a description on a playlist. This is your opportunity to not only explain to folks what they're about to be looking at, but it's just, again, it's just makes it more interesting for somebody coming in looking around. Videos, the thumbnails, they've I'm going to say that they have pretty well settled in on a way to do their thumbnails here, where they're using, I'm going to call it like a box brushed out method with a highly contrasting font, bright colors, easy to read, using very, very short phrases or single words to generate interest. hog trapping. I guess that says sow in the trap. But yet the title says hog trap on wheels. Let's eat. So, to me, this is great. Let's eat. And then the title of the video is how to clean the snapping turtle. So, for those of you that maybe are not aware who Reap What You Sow is, Todd created a video here a while back that has it's gone viral. 1 million views on this video. 1 million views. And it didn't start out that way. I mean, it was out there for a while, and then it kind of took off and has continued to gather views. If it's Todd in here, I'm sure, but if you would share, this thing is still getting what, maybe 500 to 1,500 views a day, something like that. 1 million views. So that one's made you a couple bucks. Take a peek at your homepage here. And you've not done much with your homepage. So here's my recommendation to you. Your trailer video is great, but it's time for you to start dressing up your front page here. And you do that by adding containers and adding your playlists. Of course, you have to go into your playlist and you put some descriptions in there. But you can add those in here. You can fill out this page. When you do that, you have the option of making those containers either in a horizontal or vertical format. And again, it's just makes it yours. Personalizes the page. Shows it off better. So, Todd and Jared, thank you so much for being here tonight. I am still very hopeful that the bash is going to go on, and we're going to get to maybe come down your way and visit with you folks again here yet this year. We'll find out. If not, you know, it's a requirement. You guys need to come up to Ohio and say hello. Just saying. So, Reap What You Sow. Thank you so much. Let's go grab another channel. And congratulations again on your 1 million view video. Here we go. Homestead Humor. All right, this is a different channel. This is drastically different from your typical channel. Homestead Humor is a channel that doesn't have videos. It has videos, but they're not filmed videos. These are created videos from artwork. Got 173 subscribers. There's only 6 videos on the channel. And this is the wife of Nathan Sampson, Sampson Farms. And these videos are done, they're all pinned by hand, the old-fashioned way. So every frame throughout and you'll see these are not long videos, but every frame to make it a video, she has drawn by hand. So has put a tremendous amount of time in to see this. You have no trailer here. And, you know, Joni, I'd like to suggest that maybe you make you add a video here that is a true video where you're doing a talking head video. When I say talking head, that's the camera on your face and you're going, hey, introduce yourself. Husband of, my husband has Samson Farms videos, and these are some things that I enjoy doing as a hobby, or it's just, I know it's something you enjoy doing, to demonstrate my artwork, and I hope you enjoy. If you have any ideas or would be interested in me creating some sort of artwork and or logo for your channel, get a hold of me. The description, Brett, if you would please.
Sure, if I hit the right button. All right, it says, hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Johnny, and some already know, but I'm Mrs. Sampson, also from Samson Farms. These are some short animated clips I have made for a variety of channels and for fun. I hope you enjoy this labor of love as much as I enjoy making them. I got started on this crazy journey making a clip for my husband's channel and some friends. I hope to keep making many more for even more friends that come our way. I draw and compile these images in MS Paint, and I am currently using Windows Movie Maker to animate old flip cartoons. Thanks for taking the time to check out my version of Homestead Humors. It's a good description.
Yeah, I think it's well said. You're
we
go ahead.
We have some we have a little bit of artwork that Johnny made for us too, and we really enjoy that. That's actual physical drawn on paper artwork. We cherish that.
Yeah, one thing I am noticing here, Johnny, is you don't have any links down here. I would certainly, if nothing else, put a link to Samson Farms down here. And if you have a Facebook account, I would also link that down here. I don't know if you put anything in playlists, and you have not. Of course, you just have a few videos at this point. But everybody in here, take a little bit of time. I mean, there's a lot of effort put into this. If you can imagine, number one, MS Paint is a tough program to draw with, and she does a heck of a job. So, kudos to you, Johnny. Just keep it up. We love you and enjoy seeing all that. So let's go spin the wheel again. This is our autism garden. This is our autism garden. Let's see if we can find you. Okay. Very, very neat channel. This is our autism garden. They only have 5 subscribers, folks. So check them out. They only have 3 videos. Let's go to their channel. And obviously, brand spanking new YouTube channel here. So let's just hit them up in a very, very nice way. You got a plain banner here that is just begging to put your name on it. Something you'll want to consider doing is putting a trailer video up here that should be 30 seconds to 3 minutes in length. Brief introduction to your channel. All right. Brett, it's your turn. If you would read the description, please.
All right, sure. Welcome. We are glad you're here. We're a family of 4. My husband is Larry. We will rarely be shown as he is quite shy on camera. Thank you for the pronunciation. Kitchira. Kitchira. I usually just go by Kit. I have autism, as do my 2 children. My daughter, Kariana, or KK, is a sweet, fun-loving, goofy kiddo everyone loves to talk to. She is developmentally and cognitively behind. My son Corey is a handsome, sweet boy who not only has autism, but emotional and behavioral problems as well. My form of autism is cognitive and centers in my memory and sensory area. Together, we work to overcome our disadvantages by working in our garden in the spring, summer, and fall. We also enjoy outdoors and just having fun, most days. Some days are bad, some are good. I invite you to come along on our journey as we work in our garden, cook, clean, and do everyday things that most people find easy, but we find to be difficult. And then there's a little disclaimer about, it says it's not for kids, but there's nothing bad on the channel. And that, I'm sure that all has to do with people not really totally understanding the, what was it that came out?
The COPA rules.
There you go. But, yeah, this actually speaks to me too, because Katie, our middle daughter, has Asperger's, which is a form of autism. And I've watched her struggle with some things. And, yeah, I can see how, things that are just everyday stuff for us are not so mundane. Some things can be challenging for someone with autism, but the description is pretty informative. Like same with the other ones. I mean, you see what you get before you dive in to subscribe. It could just be a little spread out, like we had talked about before, where no more than 3 lines per paragraph. Other than that, I think it's done well.
Okay, let me give you a couple clues to maybe add some things here. And in the first place, you don't have to be shy. Nobody here is gonna bite you. Or at least, well, I certainly hope not. I guess we have had some jerks from time to time, but you get those all the time. Some different things you could add in here are a general location. I'm not saying give your street address, but maybe whatever state you're in. Did you always grow up in the country, or are you an urban homesteader? Or you talk a little bit about working in the garden, but what kind of garden do you have? Is it an in-ground garden? Is it a container garden? Is it just kind of share some of those things. The last sentence probably doesn't need to be here. The channel says not for kids. Well, that's pretty obvious, at least wise, I would say to most people. But I understand that, especially if you're new here. I mean, you just signed up on this crazy journey here not very long ago, April 21st of 2020. So we're glad to have you here. Something you do need to put back here, in my opinion, you need to put a email address. There's a place for you to do that when you're in the About section, when you're modifying your channel, customizing your channel. Put your email address in here. That way somebody can get a hold of you and say, oh, well, we have some autism things. I wonder if they'd like to do a collaboration on something. Or maybe they see a video that you've created on growing radishes in the garden, and they want to invite you to do some sort of garden collaboration or something. That email address is fairly important. If you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any of the other social media platforms, those things can all be linked down here at the bottom. And in doing that, up to 5 items will actually show up on the banner up here if you choose that function to do that. So, good job for coming as far as you have. If you would like some help in doing any of this, please send us an email. We're more than happy to reach out and maybe do a little one-on-one discussion and point you in some of the right directions. At this point in time, you have no playlists. Well, you don't have much content yet, so that's fine. Only got 4 videos, so it's going to be a matter of getting started here on this. The thumbnails, okay, they're pretty good, and they just uploaded a video 14 minutes ago. Before that, they only had 3. So, I will mention very quickly here, I do see the welcome to our channel was actually done on a cell phone in a portrait mode. Just remember to hold that cell phone in a horizontal fashion. Fills up that whole big screen there. It doesn't give you the black sidebars. Can't do much with the homepage at this point. You just got to get some more content. But I'm gonna express welcome to you. Thank you for being here, and we'd love to have you a part of the community here. And just become involved. Don't take a little bit of the shy off. Leave that at the door. And thank you for being here, and looking forward to chatting with you more here in the future. So this is our Autism Garden. Brand new channel. And thanks for stopping by. All right, get the wheel back up here. Give her a spin. Okay, of little and light. Of little and light. Quickly approaching 3,000 subscribers. Very easy to read logo here. Jumps right out at you. I got 91 videos. And look at this thumbnail. Nicely done. Cute animal picture with the text right up here. Again, I just mentioned, be very, very cautious in using script font in any type of a public display, general public display of either thumbnails or banners or logos. So they have an introductory video here, a trailer video that's 1 minute in length, which is perfect length. And we're going to jump back to the About page. I'm going to let Brett jump in here and read it and give his thoughts.
All right. It says, we are a young family with big old homestead dreams. After some hardships, a move to Southwest Georgia, and a year in an apartment, we have been beyond blessed to find our new home. During our time in the small townhouse, we decided to make the best of our situation. What could we possibly do on a tiny balcony and patio? Why, grow a small patio garden and raise meat rabbits on the balcony, of course. Wow. After a short house hunt, and a long time under contract, we finally closed. Since signing the papers, we have been going nonstop to build our farm and settle into our home. Our target is to grow 75% of our food within the next 3 years. Currently, on our 2 acres, we have La Mancha dairy goats, meat rabbits, laying hens, and pigs. There is much to do to reach that goal, so let's get to work. Join us for Farm Fresh videos every Tuesday and Friday. Much love, Samantha. I like it because it tells us when to expect videos. It tells us what's in those videos. It kind of gives us there's the location is here, kind of what led us to this point with Sam is here in the About page. Sam and Abby talk, by the way. They talk goats a lot. So I'm a little partial to Sam. But she does a good job of creating. She does a good job of being a YouTube creator.
My turn?
It is your turn.
I like what you've written, but it's dated. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to want to have that same description a year from now. I would not think, because unless you further date this description, you don't give any dates. Like after a short house hunt, if you would have, I mean, when did this happen? Did this happen 10 years ago? Did it happen just 2 weeks ago? And that's gonna affect somebody's thought process as to what they're going to expect to see here. In other words, are you brand new on this homestead, or is this something that happened 10 years ago and you're given a historical viewpoint? So that's what I mean by dated. So if you either include dates or just plan on adjusting your verbiage here at a later time, that would be something to consider. Email addresses here, links to Instagram and Facebook. I like your banner. That's just very cute, very nice. Playlists, oh, you got a couple. You got a couple more. So let's see if you have any descriptions on them. And you do. You do. Very good. And let's check this one out. And again, just at random, and you have got absolutely a good description there. All right. Got the last 18 videos up here on the screen for everybody to just glance at here. And the first thing I'm going to say is, it appears to me like you've had some background in graphic arts. Your picture quality is quite good. Good expressions in your pictures. The verbiage, you've made it so that it's pretty easy to read on those that you have. So, yeah, I like your thumbnails. Good job. Good job on the thumbnails. And going down through your homepage here, and I'm going to tell you right now already, I like what you've done. You are the first channel that we've had here this evening that has taken out that default container of uploads. So you have your playlist here, Totes Goats, and then you have your description, which shows off another playlist and description, another playlist and description, another playlist and description. And I know that you have more playlists, so you can swap these out throughout the year to keep it fresh and interesting. Well done, nicely done. And you got this knack for these pictures. You've just done a fabulous job. I like your channel a lot. And you're doing great. Of little and light. In southwest Georgia. I'm picturing, because we know some people in Georgia, so I was just kind of picturing where you were at there. All right, of little and light. Thank you for being here. Hope maybe we helped you in some little way. And fantastic job on your channel. So everybody else in here, go check them out. Spin this again. Eccentric Nature. Eccentric Nature. A little over 1,000 subscribers, 1,250 subscribers. Very, very cute banner on this. Okay, so again, we've got somebody in here that's got some graphic knowledge here, and has done very nicely. They've done a little bit of the I'm going to call it the see-through lettering, because the actual background is behind the lettering. And again, I will just caution, we've done this to everybody that we see that has a script type font anywhere in public here, but yours is there's enough of a print like quality that it's still very easy to read. And I like your little characters here on the end. I don't know where those have grown from, but I can already tell I'm going to like checking out your page here. We'll jump back to the About. And Brett, if you would.
All right. It says, "Howdy, neighbors. My name is Eric Hayden, and here on Eccentric Nature, my goal is to teach you lots of amazing, funny, and bizarre facts about nature. I've long been a huge lover of plants, herbs, and animals. My wife calls me an animal whisperer because of how long I get along with them. And I've been growing herbs and raising plants in my home for most of my life. I release my tea of the day videos Monday through Friday right now. My longer videos are about herb facts, gardening, and such. Come out on Sunday. Follow along with me as I give you informative, funny, and unexpected insights into herbs that are great for your health, plants that are wild and exotic, animals that you've always wanted to find out more about. Subscribe now and learn everything you could possibly want to learn about your favorite herbs, plants, animals, and more." It's split up the way we talked about. It tells us when to expect videos and what's in those videos. This is the first one that actually has asked us to subscribe in their About page. We know who we've got here. That's Eric, and seems like he's pretty knowledgeable about plants and animals.
Anything else jumping out at you?
I don't believe. What do you see?
Well, what I see is a lack of something else. This gentleman is from the United Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
And I would make that prominently known in your description here, simply because it's obviously something a little bit different. as a link to visit my snazzy website, and just because the graphics are so unique in here. Very interesting. All right, Eric, I hope that you're still in here. See if you have any playlists, and you do. I don't want to stomp on you because I've seen so many good things. I don't see a description here on this particular playlist. Let me glance at another one. Again, no description, so those are things you might want to look at. But let's go look at your thumbnails, because these are going to just pop off the page. Folks, take a look at these thumbnails. This good stuff. Good stuff. They're almost too busy. But the thumbnails easily jump off the page, easy to look at. One thing that is happening here, that, again, is everything we talk about is opinions here. I do not think that the text on your thumbnail should be the same thing as the text on your video title. And you frequently have that here. Not always, but I do see that as a recurring thing here. Okay. I wish you were here. But thank you so much for... Pardon? Yep, we have the time difference here. Does have a trailer video. He's put this popular uploads, which I'm not a fan of. The uploads, of course, that's default. But then he has his playlists. Now, the playlist I looked at did not have any descriptions. But this one, the basil one, it does. So that's this tea of the day does not have, and this one does. So I would jump back into the rest of your playlist, make sure that they all have descriptions. I like a lot what you've done. Very interesting channel. Eric, thank you for stopping by, and please come back again. We'd like to have you up here again. Nice looking site. Let's go find another one here to spin the wheel with. Homestead Humor, we have already done you today, so we will spin again. Bob's Adventure, we have already done you today. You two folks need to stop at the gas station on your way home and buy yourselves a $1 lottery ticket. Your luck is good today. North Star Prepstetter. North Star Prepstetter. All right. Let's go grab your site. North Star Prepstetter. Again, another individual that's got some graphical talents. Some hidden graphical talents here. All right. Kathy, you're not going to like me criticizing you right away here, but I have to. You do such a great job with your graphics, but you miss something that is just absolutely terrible. On any handheld device, somewhere about where that line is drawn and where this line is drawn is not shown. Just the stuff here between these lines is shown. So all this information, you're not going to see it on a phone, for example, and there's a high percentage of people that look at these things on a phone. Great information. It just needs to be rearranged a little bit. Okay. Yeah, Kathy does some fantastic graphical stuff here. So let's jump back to the About page. We're going to get Brett going on this, if you would, please, sir.
Sure. Greetings, I'm Kathy, a woman prep-steading in Minnesota. It can be challenging, but I grow and preserve what I'm able to with limited space, time, and resources, and DIY a lot of projects. I cook, eat, and preserve a mostly paleo diet. Through all of this, there is hope that you can live a more self-reliant lifestyle in your later years. That prepping isn't just about rice and beans, and that you're capable of so much more than you think. Music is also a large part of my life. Praise and worship is my genre. Not only is it my heart, but it has been a spiritual staple for me as a single mom. It sustains me through challenging times, even homesteading. To separate that out or put music in a different box or channel is just not possible for me. Stay tuned for music videos. Please join me, encourage me, and hope with me. And this Bible verse. I know Kathy too. So I already knew she was in Minnesota, but that's there. I didn't know that she does a paleo diet. That's interesting. There's information here that tells us what's going to be in her videos. She's a prep steader. She's a prepper, but about more than rice and beans. And she does music videos on occasion. So that's all here. What have you got, Daryl?
Well, I'm reading this as well here, and what you said was fine, but again, I find myself saying, okay, I want to know a little more. It says stay tuned for music videos. Well, there's obviously content here, but what kind of content am I going to see when I go back into your videos now? Are you making videos on gardening? Are you doing videos on your cooking or your diet? You mention these things, but you don't really say that that's what you're going to find on here as far as your videos. Do have an email address and links to Instagram, PayPal, to, of course, Teespring, Facebook, and an Amazon wish list. Does have a snail mail address, so anybody wanting to send her gifts and pots of gold that they find at the end of their rainbows, they can do so to this address right here, North Star Prep Center, Post Office Box 432. Let's go see your playlists. Got a few. And let me just open up a couple here at random. And you have got a very, very nice description on this one. And we'll do this one. And a good description on this. So at this point, we make the assumption that they all have descriptions. And let's go look at some of your thumbnails. Look at the last 18 of them up here. All right. I have mixed feelings about your thumbnails. Number one, it's very, very obvious that you have some great graphical abilities, good sense of color, good sense of capabilities as far as putting things together and making them look very, very nice. Even if you have a lettering that's a little bit on the smaller side, you have it featured in such a way that, okay, you might have to look a little bit closer, but you can still read it. So, great job with that. Where I kind of have, I'm not going to use the word issue, because I'm not sure what ISO.chat 1, 2, 3. Obviously, a series here. This looks like maybe Q days probably stands for quarantine day, is what my guess. Sometimes, I'm not saying that's the case here, but sometimes because of these similarities of the overall picture of the thumbnail, people can become lost and say, did I see that? I already saw that, even though they hadn't. Because they saw it yesterday and they just kind of remember the overall look, and unless they look a little closer, is this a new video or is this one I've already seen before? So it is quite possible you could lose out some views on that. But you do fabulous with your stuff here. I would like to see you, again, personal thing, I would like to see these different and more than just some verbiage on them. I think the background needs to be wildly different rather than being so similar for 3 or 4 days in a row. Jump back on your home page, and you have the uploads, and you have this.
So if you scroll down, you'll see my reverse file. Just going to change it back. All this is going.
Oh. Well, yeah. And again, her, as I said before, she does really, really nice stuff. She does pick up on her live streams here where her thumbnails are pretty much the same, and the only differentiating area here is, like I'm going to say, the title here in the episode. But live streams are their own whole little wild eccentric differentiator anyway. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Kathy has extended an offering to folks as far as, if you have a question as to how she has created some of these pictures and thumbnails, she's more than happy to share that information with you. Hope I'm not speaking out of turn here, but I'm pretty sure you've done that in the past. On your homepage here, I'm not a fan of popular uploads. If you've been here tonight, you've already heard me talk about that on 3 or 4 other channels. We jump down here to your gardening thing, and this is great. You have the description, the food, the DIY projects, the vlog, Minnesota winter. You have one here for your live shows and challenges and holidays. And Kathy, you've just done a fabulous job here. It's very, very well presented. But I have to give you a fail on your banner. As pretty as it is, as much as you've done, your banner on a phone just isn't going to cut it. So that's my positive failed. That's the most positive failed feedback I can give you today. North Star Press there. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time with us. spend some time with us. Sherry, what time is it here?
7 o'clock.
So
It's time.
it's time. Let me Brett, I got you on the screen. If you would like to say some goodbyes to everybody, don't hang up. Just
All right, yeah, guys, I really appreciate you having me on. I wish I could have had a better mic situation, because then I could have participated better. But things were a little loud here, and it was causing some issues. Anyhow, we do really always appreciate the opportunities to help the community, and you offer that to us, Daryl and Sherry. I appreciate it. We'll be live a little later this evening in a couple hours, 2 hours as a matter of fact. And tonight's going to be our giveaway for our 2,000 subscribers, or for reaching 2,000 subscribers. So we've got, we're going to have trivia. Hey, Southern Blessed. We're going to have trivia, and we're going to give away, I think, 5 prizes, at least a minimum of 5 prizes.
okay, and I'm guessing somebody has thrown your link up here. Hoping. If not, go ahead and type it in there. Brett, don't go anywhere. I'm going to take you off the screen here, though. And
Okay.
thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you you taking some time with us here tonight, and it's always fun to have somebody else and talk about some of these channels. So here's the screen I'm looking for. So I'll jump back on here. And I want to thank everybody that's here. I want to say a special thank you to our moderators. Extra special thank you to our channel members. So those folks that have the green outfit on with smudge behind them, thank you very, very much for being there. If you folks would like to become a channel member, you can do so by clicking join underneath the stream here. And I was informed that we've got a new little surprise thing, a new little gift thing going out to all of our channel members. So that's one of the things that we give back. For those folks that help support us, we give back to you as well. So thank you so much for being here. We will be back next Monday night with Raven's Nature Family Farm will be our guest on our show next week. And with that, we're not even going to tell you about humming and holding your nose. You just can't do it. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. We're going to have record lows here. It's supposed to be freezing, so hope everybody stays warm. Take care. Good night, folks. Thanks for being here.